Hello students, how are you? In today's lesson, we are going to see share issues and when advance received on share issues on advance received, right? So journal entries and ledger accounts and balance sheet, all the things we can see at once. Okay, so let us move into the accounts, please. So here share issue calls in advance, right? Calls in advance, right? Calls in advance. Okay, calls in advance. Okay. M Limited issued to the public 10,000 shares of 10 rupees. They have issued 10,000 shares at the rate of 10 rupees. Okay. The shares were payable as follows on application 3, on application 3, on allotment 5, on allotment 5, and first and final call 2 rupees, right? All the shares were subscribed for and all money were received, right? John, a shareholder who subscribed for 500 shares, paid the call money along with the allotment money. Call money along with the allotment money. So how much the allotment money he would have paid? Call money he would have paid means 1,000 rupees, right? 1,000 in advance he has paid along with the allotment, right? When we do the cash received on allotment, we can see that. So let's attempt for the question. Okay, this is 10,000 on application 3, so now 500 at calls advance paid, 500 shares at the rate of 2, right? Paid, right? Calls in advance, right? We have to say calls in advance, calls in advance account, right? So at the time of application they received 3 rupees at the rate of 3 rupees 30,000. So first is on application, right? On application, right? Number 1, journal entry, bank account debit and share application, share to share application, credit how much? 3 into 30, 10,000, 30,000 debited and credited, being cash received on allocation, on application, right? Second one is the transfer of money, right? That is share application account debit, share application account debit, share capital account creditor, right? How much? 30,000 being being capital, share application amount transferred to share capital account, right? You have to write it down clearly, right? So what is the account? We say 30,000 share bank account debit 30,000, share application and share application account credit 30,000, share capital, right? 30,000. So cash received and share application account debit, share application account, share application account credit, right? Share application account credit saying bank, right? Next one is share application account debit 30,000 to share capital, share capital account credit 30,000, share application. So double entry, we have completed the double entry on the application, okay. Number 2 is on allotment, on allotment so on allotment, right? First is what is the due on allotment. 5 into allotment account debit, share allotment debit and share capital creditor. How much? 5 into 10,000, 50,000. 50,000. That is 10,000 shares into 5 rupees. This is 10,000 shares into 3 rupees. Right? This is number 3. Number 4, being cash receivable on allotment, right? Then when you receive cash, bank account debit and share allotment account credit. Share to share allotment account credit, right? How much? Because we have received 5 rupees into 10,000, right? Here you have to say 5 rupees, 10,000 into 5, no, 9,500 shares, 9,500 shares into 5, right? Plus 500 shares into 7. 100,000 shares at the rate of 7. That is 9,500 into 5 is in the sense 0, 0. 47,500. 47,500. 0, 0, 3,500. So 0, 0, 51,000. Shares bank account debit 51,000. Share allotment account debit share allotment account debit 10,000 into 5, that is credited right. And share allotment and share capital account, right. 1,000 we have received in advance, that is calls in advance, calls in advance credit balance, that is 500 into 2, that is 1,000. Right? Then you have to say being cash received on allotment, right, on allotment. Okay, understood. So we have to pass this we have to pass the ledger entries. Journal entries completed. Okay, ledger entries we have to say share allotment account debit 50,000, saying share capital, share capital, share capital account saying share allotment account, how much, 50,000, share allotment 50,000. Then after bank account 51,000, 50,000 goes to share allotment, share allotment saying share allotment bank 50,000, calls in arrears 1,000, calls in arrears 1,000, calls in arrears credit bank 1,000. Okay, finished. Double entry is over. For this, double entry is over. Okay, double entry is over. So fifth one, calls in arrears on final call, first and final call on first and final call. on first and final call. Right? First and final call. First and final call. Account debit. How much? 2 into 10,000, 20,000. 2 into 10,000, 20,000. Share capital account. Share capital account credit 20,000. That is 10,000 into 2 being cash receivable on final call. Right? So first and final first sorry this is final call, right? Call account, right? Final call account debit 20,000 saying share capital capital share capital account saying final call. How much? 20,000. 20,000 is the final call. Then when cash receives bank account debited and calls in arrears account debited calls 2. Right here we have to say 2 calls in arrears account credited, right? What is that amount? Cost 2 into 20,000. 20,000 bank account debit 20,000 calls in arrears 19,000, right? 19,000 calls in arrears 1,000, right? And final call account 2 to final call account creditor, that is 20,000 being cash received on final call, right? Final call. Okay, so bank account debit saying final call 19,000, final call account credit bank 19,000, right? Then calls in advance debited saying final call debited 1,000, calls in arrears calls in advance 1000, right? This is 20, this is 20. Calls in advance finished, right? Allotment okay, allotment okay. Share capital okay, share capital okay. Then cash account 20, 100,000. Carried down 100,000. Brought down 100,000. Right here, share capital 100,000, 100,000. Carried down 100,000. Brought down 100,000. Okay. So okay. So balance sheet, everything is balancing, right? Everything is balancing. So we have to take bank balance, bank, right? 100,000 and share capital also 100,000. It is balancing. Balance sheet is also okay. So have you understood the logic behind the shares issue at calls in advance? Calls in advance in share issue, right? That is, when you are getting an advance, you have to transfer call in advance account. That is, here at the time of share allotment, you are getting the cash for the share in advance allotment. Bank account debit 51,000, that is for whole amount. That is, whatever the money you receive, you have to debit it to the cash account. Like 50, right? And share allotment account, you have to transfer 10,000 into 5 plus 500 into 2. Right? This one is 9,500 into 5 rupees plus, right, 500 into 7 rupees. Right? You are receiving at the bank 9,500 shares at the rate of 5 and 500 shares which is relevant to John, you are receiving at the rate of 7 rupees because he is paying 2 rupees call money also together with the allotment. So whatever you receive, you have to debit it to the bank account. You have debited to the bank account. Now you have to remove the calls in advance. So call share capital account, you have to transfer 5 into 10,000, right? Share capital has gone. Then remaining portion is calls in advance. 1,000 has to be posted to the calls in advance account, right? That is credited. When you are receiving the calls in advance account, bank account, you will receive only 19,000 because you know why? 19,500, sorry, 9,500. Here you see 9,500 shares into 2. This is the amount we are going to receive bank account, right? That is 19,000. So calls 500 shares into 2 rupees we have received at the time of the allotment side, allotment time, right? So calls in advance, it is there, we have to transfer that one. Calls in advance here, calls in advance debit 20,000 we have debited to the calls in advance, so it is nil. So to final call account, it will go together 19 and 1 20,000, final calls account 20,000. Understood? This is the double entry for the calls in advance. Okay, understood? So this is if you cannot go catch the what you call the logic or double entry logic, please go through it again my video, right? Go through my video again. Then once, if you say first time it is 50%, second time when you are viewing you will get 80%, and third time definitely you will get 100% understanding on this, right? No doubt on this. Okay, so SHA issue calls in advance we have completed today in today's class. So I hope to conclude this session and hope to meet you in next session. Thank you for joining. Okay, bye. Take care. Bye.